Welcome to the Life in Michigan podcast. Life in Michigan is more than an online magazine. We share the stories, experiences, and vibrant personalities that make the Great Lakes state truly unique. In this podcast, we bring you inspiring, heartwarming, and sometimes unexpected conversations with people who call Michigan home. From the rugged beauty of the Upper Peninsula to the bustling creativity of Kalamazoo, we'll cover the stories and define what it means to live, work, and play in Michigan. Today on the Life in Michigan podcast, we are absolutely thrilled to have the storytellers behind the Haunted Mitten podcast with us here today, Crysta K. Coburn and Kay Gray. Kay and Crysta, welcome to the Life in Michigan podcast. How are you?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, doing great. Glad to talk to you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, for real. Thank you for having us on.
Yeah. Well, I believe that we first talked with you. Actually, it might have been Crysta's husband, Greg, over at the Creative Washtenaw, one of those happy hour kind of things, which are always so fun. And we've met so many great people, such as yourselves. And so I think Greg mentioned that Crysta, you and Kay do this Haunted Mitten podcast, which is very exciting.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's a labor of love for sure.
Oh yeah.
Any podcast, as far as I can tell, is a labor of love.
Yes, that is very true. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
unless you're Ted Danson, then maybe you get paid. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen any money coming in the door, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Well,
We haven't seen enough, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
could get some of that Ted Danson money.
Yeah, that's right. If Conan O'Brien's listening,
we're here.
We need you to hit up the Haunted Mitten podcast.
Yeah, that'd be great. Please do.
That'd be great.
So for folks that are listening that don't know who you are, could you each give a little bit of your background and tell us, what is the Haunted Mitten podcast?
Ooh, I'll let you start with that one, Kay.
Oh no. Okay. A little bit of background on me. I'm originally from Los Angeles. I've lived in Michigan a combined total of like 13 years. Because I've lived here 2 different times. My background with the paranormal goes all the way to when I was a wee one in the early 90s. My mom was obsessed with X-Files, sightings, unsolved mysteries, you name it. If it was like spooky and on TV, she was about it. I was not. I was very much not. But my siblings and I think that we grew up in a haunted house. So I had experiences from that. And then when I was like 8 or 9, maybe even 7, I was walking home from Sunday school. It was down the street, but again, this was like super early 90s. So, you could just send your kid off to wherever they were needed to go. I was walking home from Sunday school and I saw my first UFO.
Wow.
And it totally freaked me out. I ran home. My dad was washing the car in the front yard, and I didn't even say anything. I said nothing about it to no one. For at least the next like 13 years or something like that. And then once when my mom passed away in 2005, my interest in the paranormal started turning from fear to like the same kind of excitement you might get before you go on a roller coaster. So it's like the fear plus the anticipation.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's I'm all in. It's it's kind of my life now.
Awesome.
So how, I know, Crysta, we want to hear your backstory, but how has that experience shaped your approach to the podcast, do you think? As a skeptic believer, maybe.
Yeah, and at this point I am full believer. But I believe in some really weird stuff. Like weirder than just paranormal gets. I think it has helped me definitely Well, I was going to say, remember that there are a lot of people out there who are still definitely afraid of what they don't know. I got a reminder of that last year when I was helping to write the Halloween musical for the theater that Crysta and I both work for, Neighborhood Theater Group. And Crysta's husband, Greg, and I showed a paranormal documentary to our fellow cast and crew members. And I was very much reminded that quote unquote normal people, that people who aren't into this kind of thing, actually find the paranormal really scary. Because I thought it was a very benign and like very well made documentary, but I didn't find any piece of it to be remotely frightening at all. But like it was literally popcorn flying up out of bowls. Like that's how scared they were. Wow. The Unbinding by Greg and Dana Newkirk was the documentary. And I was reminded that, oh yeah, I maybe have a different perspective of this than other folks do.
Yeah, for sure.
So Crysta, how about you? What's your story?
My mother was also very into sightings and unsolved mysteries. I remember watching all of those things, but I was right there with her because I was a little bit older than Kay at the time. So I was all in. It was great. It was like a family affair. Sometimes my brother would join us on the couch. It was great. And we also had what we all in the family believe was a haunted house. It was the house when I was born, and I lived there until I was about 4.5, almost 5. And strange stuff would happen, and my mother would try to downplay it because she didn't want us kids being scared.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk about the couple experiences I had because I was 4 years old. I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. But it was years later, my mother was like, oh yeah, that place was haunted. That place is totally haunted. Yeah. And she and my father had been told when they bought, or right before they purchased the house, that a young boy had died there.
Oh.
They were told he had died in a fire, but we found out actually just a few years ago. Like Kalamazoo is not a small town, but small towns. My brother was working with a guy whose father used to live across the street, or still does live across the street. We no longer live there. And he was there when the little boy died.
Oh, man.
So we had a confirmation. He was actually electrocuted. He was playing with the socket or something and was electrocuted.
Thing they've always tell you, don't put your fingers
exactly. And like, my God, that's why.
Oh.
I think he was like 8 years old or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't gone to investigate that. But yeah, this coworkers of my brother's father was there. And he said, I remember that day. He actually, the father found the boy and freaked out, didn't know what to do. So he scooped him up and ran across the street to the neighbor's house. Wow. And then the neighbor and his wife called the paramedics.
Oh man.
So crazy. It was so wild to get that confirmation. Because before that, it was just like, oh yeah, that house was haunted. Yeah, we all had weird stuff happen. But then to get that very real, very sad story was like, wow, it was very sobering.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I believe that you guys you've known each other for quite a while. And you know, what was the
I'm like, oh my God, how many years? Yeah.
Yeah, over 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, and you share obviously you're friends, you share a bunch of interests. What was the kind of catalyst moment for we should do a podcast about the crazy things, the paranormal in Michigan?
That was all Kay.
Yeah, it was quite literally like you said. Crysta and I have tossed around ideas for blogs, for writing books, for a bunch of things. A lot of it having to do with the paranormal, and we've done that for years. Yeah. And then what was it, like maybe summer or something, 2019, which will tell you where the story is going. We were tossing around more ideas about writing a book, and I was like, why don't we just do a podcast? It doesn't seem particularly difficult. I had been listening to podcasts for like almost 10 years at that point. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and we could do it ourselves. It won't involve us trying to sell a manuscript or anything like that. It also won't involve us trying to publish independently, which we would learn how difficult that was in about a year after that.
Yes.
And thus Haunted Mitten was born with much
Yeah.
more lofty ideas than we were able to go with. But
Yeah. And kind of around the same time too, like my husband had decided to do a podcast for fun called Cinema Guano about, he has a film background. So about watching weird movies and kind of reacting to them. So we had the mics. And then the library, the Ann Arbor District Library at the time, was experimenting with doing a recording studio.
Yeah.
Which they now have, and it's amazing. So I was employed there at the time. Kay wasn't employed yet, at the library. And they kind of invited employees to say, hey, do you guys want to come and kind of mess around with this and kind of work out all of our bugs and kinks? And I said, and then when she mentioned doing a podcast, I thought, hey, we were just invited by the library to mess around with their recording studio. So it kind of felt like these things came together so perfectly.
Yeah, that is so cool. I love that.
Yeah, and now with Zoom, I mean, it's so much
Oh,
easier
yeah.
to
Yeah.
do a
Yeah.
podcast. You know, you
Yeah.
don't need all the equipment. I mean,
Yeah.
there are times I think that will come in our podcasting journey that we might want to like do one on site somewhere. But right
Mhm.
now it's just like we'll just do a Zoom call, just make sure you've got a stable internet and it's you just do
Yeah.
your thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the sound quality is good. If you do video, the video quality is so good.
Mhm.
We did record in the studio for a while. We didn't quite finish our first season in the studio because March of 2020 happened. So
Yeah.
we got all of the season except for the final episode, which I think we split into 2 because it ended
I
up being
believe so.
long.
Yeah.
The final episodes we ended up recording in our spare room at my house. But then once the library reopened the studio, they opened a new studio where they had even more equipment, and they would be producers for you. It was wonderful.
Wow.
So they would get it all set up for us and give us the raw files, and then we did the editing ourselves, but they also would have edited for us.
Mhm.
So then the next few seasons, once the world kind of reopened, we were back in the studio, and we did that for a little while, and then we stopped because technology had come such a long way during the pandemic. Like Zoom just took off.
Yeah.
It did.
And there are all kinds of podcaster sites now that you can use. It's really great. So it kind of became not really a burden, but almost to go into the studio. It was just so much easier to do it from home.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
So has your format changed since season 1? I mean, you just completed season 7, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So how has the format of your podcast changed? Is it still evolving, or do you think you've locked into your thing?
I think
I don't
our
think it has.
intention changed, but the format hasn't changed. The format has solidified.
Yes.
Because we had originally intended to, as you're saying, go out and record on site. But it was 2020. We couldn't. Everywhere was closed. We couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And recording outside, we weren't that sophisticated yet. We have done it a couple times. We've done Wicked Pickin' in Monroe.
Yeah.
Which is like a giant Halloween themed flea market kind of.
Oh,
like it's so much fun.
Nice.
It's really
gigantic.
fun.
It's at the Monroe Fairgrounds. It's huge. So we have recorded there a couple times, but it was very windy. So, and you can hear that, like editing that was difficult.
Yeah.
And trying to get people to like be picked up on the mic. Some people I have to put the volume up way high so you can even hear what they're saying. And that was very, very, very difficult recording outside.
Yes.
So we've only done that, I think, literally a couple times in Monroe.
Yeah.
So, as Brenda mentioned, you just finished season 7, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, besides like the format, but has there been like a particular story or something that you've learned or picked up since you started between from the very first episode to now?
Ooh. I mean, not knowing basically any Michigan history before starting, because I'm not from here. Which is like not saying much because I also don't know like a lot of California history either. I think it's been like, I want to say a crash course, but not really. Almost a decade long course in Michigan history, which has been really fascinating.
Yeah.
It's been really cool to like become so entrenched in one subject. So I think every new topic that we research, I learn something new and usually something wild about Michigan history.
I was listening to the one you did about Jackson and the prison, the very first prison, and you know the escape, and you know just the kind of crazy things that have been going on in Jackson for a long time. It makes you wonder. Well, one thing I was going to mention is that I do enjoy the fact that you guys like dig into the history. It's not just the ghost story. It's about like the people that were living at that time and sort of their backgrounds, as well as like, oh, and they've had these events that occurred that could, you know, lay the foundations for something crazy that's going on in the time that we're living. So I really enjoyed that, but I was curious about that episode. Like, in your research, were you going like on site, go to the prison? I think you did, because you mentioned somebody you did a tour with, but like, did you have people reach out after the fact and go, oh, hey, there's also this going on in Jackson, or this, or any place else that you've talked about? In Michigan?
Jackson, we were doing an event at the prison, actually. It's a Bride of Frankenfest, I think is what it was. So we kind of happened to be there, and I got to talk to people, and I was like, oh my God, we have to do an episode on this now, because this is fantastic. And it seems weird, but I do recommend people go and check it out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like unimaginable. You can read about something, but to actually experience it, like they take you down into the tunnels and turn off the lights.
Oh, really?
And it's just the darkest dark you've ever seen. Wow. It's just kind of putting yourself in that time period of what it would have been like is pretty incredible. If you're afraid of the dark, don't go. Because if you don't like
if you don't like the dark or confined spaces. Because it's like you get a tiny glimpse of what it would be like to be in solitary confinement.
It's wild, which I've also done that at Alcatraz, and Jackson Prison was worse than Alcatraz.
Oh man,
wild.
Yeah, and Alcatraz, pretty notorious.
Kind of its thing.
Wow. But some of the other episodes, people have reached out to us afterwards and said, oh, that's so amazing that you talked about this place. Like, was it the Landmark Inn, I think, in Marquette?
Oh, I think so.
I think that's where it is. We've had a couple people actually reach out to us, and they were so amazed that we talked about it. One woman was like, oh, I worked there as a maid. I can't believe you even heard of this place. And it's like, well, it's kind of infamous, actually, for stories.
I think we've stayed on the haunted floor, actually, at the Landmark Inn. Isn't it the lilac room that's haunted?
I think the very first time we went up there, somebody told us, oh yeah, the Landmark's haunted. I'm like, really?
You're on that floor, right? Like, you're like, What was the
I would
other
love to stay
place
there
that we were up there that was haunted, Chuck? It was during COVID, but it wasn't in.
Oh, the Nama Inn.
Oh, I've heard of that one too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the Nama Inn. There's a woman that was, I think, her husband was involved in Great Lakes shipping or something like that, and she died, I think, somehow.
He left her, I think, and
maybe,
she had, some weird thing.
I don't remember.
A strange little. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should rephrase that. It is. You could see how it could be haunted when you stay there. You're like, I get it. This could be a haunted place.
Well, and we were there during COVID, so anytime we heard anybody cough, we were freaking out. So.
There is an underlying anxiety.
We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here.
Yeah, there's so much maritime stories in Michigan. And I did live in California briefly for a few years, and that was one thing that constantly surprised people was our maritime history.
Yeah.
And I have to point out, we're two peninsulas surrounded by giant lakes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And people
we
also
don't know
didn't
that in
appreciate.
California.
Yeah, they don't appreciate how big the lakes are.
No.
They think they're just like inland lakes. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, these are like seas, and they're very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
I learned.
Yeah.
I know now.
Oh, I love bringing people from California to like Lake Michigan, and they freak out because it's a sandy beach. They can't see the other side of the lake.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's
fun.
amazing.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's fun.
Have you done anything talking about maritime on the lighthouses?
Oh, at least 2 episodes.
I believe so, yeah.
Some live shows, because we do we will be at Frankenfest Port Huron this year.
And we've done that twice, I think, so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we do a lighthouse presentation.
Nice. Because I think that one of those rooms in the Point O'Barks is supposed to be
Haunted.
There's haunted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which they don't let. And we actually work there as volunteers, and the basically the grounds person that maintains the campground and the lighthouse, who's also a very good docent in terms of like maritime history and all that. They keep that door locked because they don't want people going up there, because there's been, people want to go, oh, what's in there, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, there's people like me in the world.
Kay's out there. I want to see what's there. Who's
Let
in
me
here?
in.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, so Crysta, you're the deep dive researcher, and Kay, you're the one that wants to get weird with it. I read that in the Concentrate article.
Yep, pretty much.
That's pretty correct. Yeah.
And I did grow up in Michigan, so I did know a lot of the history. My father was really into history, and my family's been here for a very long time, many generations. So I love getting into the history of Michigan, and I've always been very drawn to the Great Lakes. So I love getting into the history of it and learning about the people and the nitty gritty. So that's my special love.
Excellent.
So walk us through how a typical episode evolves from like you've got this nugget of an idea to, okay, let's record. Like walk us through that process.
One of us will send the other one a link going, hey, look at this. Do you think this is haunted? Or like, look at this story I found. And the other one will go, oh, we should do a podcast on that.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Each of us also owns a lot of books on haunted Michigan and Michigan folklore and all of that. I am staring at a stack in front of me right now that I really need to read. And if we can find enough kind of easy to find or preliminary sources, especially online, it goes into the list of topics we haven't covered yet. And then it really, Crysta will start on the history of it. I will go, okay, what kind of happenings, what have people experienced here? I'll get a little hyper focused on it. And one of us will write the script for it. So we take turns writing the script. But we have multiple documents that have tables of contents that are hundreds of pages long, not the content, like table of contents, but documents that are hundreds of pages long, to the point where Google Docs was like, we can't open this anymore.
Oh no.
Wow.
Of places and their sources we found those, and maybe like a quote or something from that source. And then one of us will take that info, write up a script, find a time that's convenient to record, and then record.
Yeah, the eternal problem.
Yeah. Match up schedules.
And we do
Yeah.
try to go kind of bounce back and forth. I don't know if we do as much anymore, but we would do like, okay, episode 1 is a city. Episode 2 is a theme, like haunted lighthouses or
Yeah.
haunted inns, and then another city, and then another topic. Because some cities, there just aren't enough stories
Yeah.
to focus on that one place. So
Right.
then their story might get lumped in with a topic.
Right. And I noticed that, a lot of your podcasts, you make a point to not so much like regurgitate a urban legend, but kind of get the story behind it. So how did that evolve? Because there are other podcasts where they just kind of, here's the urban legend of, I don't know, the dog man, or, I don't know, Sasquatch, whatever, some kind of weird thing. And they just kind of share that and then go on and talk about how they feel about it. But they don't really try to get to like, what created that, or what was the essence of that. So how did that start for you guys?
It's one of my pet peeves is when people tell things that are verifiably untrue as if they're true.
Yeah.
Like one of the examples is I think it's the Jolly Pumpkin now up in Traverse City.
Yes.
And people tell that story as if it's true, and the story is sad. They claim that this woman was older and disabled and had a nurse that helped her, and her husband had an affair with the nurse, and then like threw herself down the elevator shaft, and none of that happened. None of that is true.
Not at all.
But when people hear it, there's a very visceral emotional reaction to that because it's horrible.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like these people are kind of being slandered. He never had an affair on his wife. He loved his wife.
Yeah.
So, and everyone died peacefully in hospitals or in their homes. No one was thrown down an elevator shaft. So I kind of found their real story more interesting than the ghost story. Now, things do still happen there. I've talked to people who said, oh my God, I had the weirdest experience. But it's not because anyone got shoved down an elevator shaft or threw themselves down an elevator shaft. That's not why.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder, do you think it's because people are trying to, I don't know, either like explain something weird that happened to them, and then they come up with some kind of crazy story to say, oh, it had to have been this?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people believe that a haunting has to be from a tragic death. And so they think something weird happens. Oh, someone must have been murdered here.
Yeah.
When not necessarily.
Yeah. Or in the world of Stephen King, you're on a native burial ground.
Oh my God.
Oh yes. Oh, we run into that so much.
So much. One time it actually did turn out to be true, and we did get a lovely long email from a professor, and I forget where, who was basically like, so I understand why you're annoyed by this. However, this one place actually like is on top of a place.
Not saying that's why it's haunted, but and we have
actually here. And I was like,
we have learned in our research that happens a lot. Things are on top of burial grounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or burial grounds get moved.
A lot of Ypsilanti is built on top of old cemeteries.
Welcome to my current obsession.
Ann Arbor as well. Yeah, right now we're learning about Ann Arbor. A lot of Ann Arbor was built on top of cemeteries.
Yeah.
European or Native American. But I mean, to be fair, a lot of people have lived on this land. It's been inhabited for tens of thousands of years.
Yep.
A lot of people have died here. A lot of people have been buried here.
Yeah.
So I will give you, okay. I was in the early days, I was less likely to entertain that something was built on a burial ground, but now I'm like, all right, fair. There are a lot of dead bodies around.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just kept moving our cemeteries as the city's grew.
Right.
I use the term moving lightly because sometimes they only move the headstones.
Yeah.
It's like poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, and it depends, like the level of respect that's provided to the moving of the burial grounds differs from here and there. I remember we did a haunted Detroit tour with Detroit History Tours.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, they are fantastic.
Yeah.
And they were mentioning that some of the grave sites had actually moved because there's subsidence under the ground, basically. Like it's used to be swampland. And some of the like major graves have like slid all the way down. They're not where they are anymore. They're like at the end of the building. It's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, Michigan has a very high water table.
Yes.
Oh, crazy.
So one of the rumors that you worked on was with Chief Miller and Ipsy. Do you want to talk about that for a second?
Oh man. Crysta, go for it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
trying
was
to
another
remember
one
all
I
the
was
details.
happy to dispel.
Yes.
And that's another case where like almost as soon as the man died, firefighters were reporting stories of hauntings in the building.
Oh, wow.
In the 1940s, there was a write-up in, I think, one of the local papers, which they have framed at the firehouse. You can go look at
They
it.
do.
And so I think because people think, oh, if it's haunted, he must have died there, or he had to have died tragically.
Yeah.
But no, he died at home, I believe from heart failure, heart attack, or something like that.
Yep.
At a ripe
That's
old
just
age,
an
he was
old man.
retired. He was fine. He lived a great life. But people keep telling this story of his tragic death, and his own family is like, no, that didn't happen. He died at home. He was fine.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
man.
and it wasn't that long ago, really. I mean, less than 100 years ago. So his family's still around.
Yeah.
Like there's
They're
still
in the
people
area.
who remember him.
Yeah.
So do you think I mean, when you're looking for a haunting, just because it doesn't always require somebody to die tragically someplace, but maybe they just like a space, right? I mean, they just want to come
exactly.
back and hang out there. I mean, not all hauntings are scary. They're just like, hey, I'm not ready to leave yet. Do you think?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
yeah. And if you're from my side of the street, ghosts aren't always dead people anyway. So
Yeah, there's that theory too. We were just talking about that the other day with a coworker of ours.
we were, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say more about that.
Okay. All right, here we go. You want to talk about weird? Let's do weird.
All right, yeah.
So these theories and philosophies are not originally mine. I mentioned them earlier, but I am part of the traveling museum of the paranormal, the Newkirk Paranormal Museum, run by Greg and Dana Newkirk, who have basically collect haunted objects. They do the Haunted Objects podcast, as well as their Patreon is full of museum members. So a lot of this does come from them. They're probably the biggest influences on my current paranormal beliefs and ideas. So what I believe is that what we call hauntings or ghosts can be honestly a myriad of things. I think that sometimes it definitely is dead people because we are able to communicate and ask these spirits who they are, what happened, if they are the dead. But I believe that they could also be sometimes these are time slips in which people or events from a different time just happen to cross over. They cross the streams into our timeline, or we into someone else's timeline in history or the future. And that's how we view that as like transparent. So like as ghosts.
Yeah.
I think that ghosts can be manifestations of like earth spirits, or elementals, or like the fae. I think ultimately everything is under kind of the same umbrella, called the phenomenon. We don't know what all this weird stuff is. Sorry, I will try so hard not to curse on your podcast.
It's okay.
What all this weird stuff is. But it all kind of shares, there's similarities between UFOs, cryptids, ghosts, the fae. There's similarities between all of it. I think that in that same vein, ghosts can sometimes be ultra terrestrials, things, people, beings, whatever you want to call them, from another dimension or another place, plane of existence.
Yeah.
sometimes they could be aliens. I'm not gonna lie, they might be aliens sometimes, and we just misinterpret that as a spirit of some kind. Or the human mind is incredible in what it can do. Belief and faith can be so strong. Our will as humans is so strong. And so sometimes nothing could have happened in this place at all, but somebody will have told a story 70 years ago, 70 years later, because of people throwing their belief into that story, retelling that story over and over and over again. The group of people that now believe create a thought form. They create a ghost. Some of that I'm getting from the Philip experiment in the 70s, in which a group of people in a somewhat scientific setting created a ghost named Philip. I definitely recommend you look into that. It's wild.
It's fascinating.
Wow.
It's so
What is
cool.
it again? Can you just say it again slowly?
The Philip experiment.
Philip
Okay.
experiment.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep. It's wild. They did so many
wild.
cool experiments back in the 60s and 70s with
I know.
thoughts and the capabilities that the human mind can do.
Yeah.
Which, like,
Some of
props
them
to
less
the
than ethical.
Newkirks. Props to the Newkirks. We kind of do some of those, the ethical ones of those experiments in the museum. So every month we all kind of get together over the internet and see if we can bend spoons, if we can remote view to a place. In conclusion, ghosts are kind of whatever you want them to be.
Yeah. Like that phenomenon maybe has more than one answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
As with many things in life.
Right.
When you were mentioning the Philip experiment, immediately I thought of this movie, which I'm sure you both have probably seen, The Legend of Hell House with Roddy McDowall. Have you ever seen that movie?
Oh, I'm familiar with it. I haven't seen it.
It's like
I
from
bet
the
you Greg has.
70s, I think, or something like that. But
Yes,
it's
yes.
really good
Greg
because it talks about like how so there's this main character who's dead, Belasco, and it's his house that's haunted. And they bring in testing equipment to verify, like, is it really haunted or what's going on? But they basically, the movie's about like this dead man's psychic energy, the energy he put in, the evil, because there's a lot of bad things that happen in that house, is the ghost. It's not like ghost, it's the power of the things that that he manifested in his mind. So anyway, crazy.
There's definitely people that have visited, say, like the places that serial killers used to live or do their work. Still having that really strong feeling of evil, of bad,
something
bad happened here.
Yes. And like, it might not be a traditional haunting, but like you could still feel the oppression and the heaviness of the energy that was thrown into that place, for sure.
Well, what was weird about the Nama house up in the UP, we were playing euchre and we were with another couple, and I'm out, I was with, Angie was my partner, and we never win. I mean, we never win at euchre. And it felt like there was somebody helping us. I mean, we were on fire. We won the entire night. And so I think that, it could be haunted, but not necessarily in a bad way. I mean, we crushed it. I mean, we were crushing it. I mean, we just, and I felt like we had help, right? Like,
that's awesome. I love that.
It was,
I'm not great at euchre, so I love that for you.
Well, we did win that one night. I mean, we typically, it doesn't work out that way. But, I don't know.
That ghost was like, we're really pulling for you.
That's
like,
right.
we gotta help these people out. They need help in this game.
They're looking over your shoulder. They were having fun.
I think they might have been. So you guys got a book, right?
Yeah, we do. Yes.
Yep.
It's the Ypsilanti Ghosts and Legends, and it was published in 2024. How'd that come about?
We were actually approached.
Wow.
We had always assumed we would write a book. But History Press found us. I can't remember how he said he found us, actually, the
I can't
editor.
remember.
But he sent an email and said, "Hey, would you be interested in writing a book for us?" And we said, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was one of those, like, it was part of my like 10-year plan, and it happened within 5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So that was, and that happens a lot. People find us. Like, we got involved with Frankenfest, and we've been working with them for, gosh, how many years now?
5?
Yeah, I think 5 years.
Awesome.
And I had actually, my husband had discovered them. He read about the event online. So we decided to go. It was in Lansing at the Turner Dodge House. And I blogged about it. And then when I posted my blog on Facebook, I tagged Frankenfest.
Mhm.
And Jerry, who he does the event with his sister, Crysta, and he read the blog and saw in the blog that I have a podcast. And he said, "Hey, would you, as the podcast, want to come out as guests at Frankenfest?" And I was
Awesome.
like, well, that's never something I would have considered doing, but sure, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we've done a lot of work with them. We've done there's another group that does like ghost tours and hunts,
Mhm.
investigations. So we do like the pre-show where we
Yeah.
give the background of the location, the history, some things that people have experienced, and then we hand the group off to Danny, who then takes them on the actual tour, and he has like some tools and things.
Oh, that's cool.
And we've done that for Turner Dodge a few times. We've done that for the
Mhm.
Port Huron Lighthouse.
Yeah.
We do a talk at Fort Wayne in Detroit, historic Fort Wayne in Detroit, but they don't do tours anymore.
No.
That's too bad.
A lot of it is, I think, because it's unsafe.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, we're in was it the bunkhouse that we're usually in?
We're in
We're only
the
allowed on the ground
barracks,
floor.
yeah.
The barracks. We're only
Yeah.
allowed on the ground floor. You're not allowed upstairs because it's not safe
Can't
to
go
walk.
upstairs. Mhm.
Which people are really disappointed about because there are a lot of stories about
Upstairs.
the second floor.
Yeah.
So where
We
a
do
lot of
our
the stories
talk
are.
down there, and we're like, so above you, like over here.
Yeah.
We're like, so can we go see that? And we're like, no, the
No.
floor would
No.
just fall out under you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still restoring it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'd have to add you to the mythology. So
We would.
you wanna-
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us a little bit of a story from your Ghosts and Legends books. What's one of the ghosts that you have featured in your book?
Ooh, who do we talk about?
I'm like, oh, there's so many.
Oh my
We encountered a lot of
goodness.
haunted basements
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
on along Michigan Avenue, right downtown.
Really?
Yeah, what it's now, is it Jeannie's Relics?
Yes.
I can't remember. But when we investigated, it was Conjure Goddess. And they told us every evening, like after close, I can't remember exactly when they closed, but if they stayed too late, they felt like a man came up from the basement to kind of kick them out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they tried not to stay too much past close because it was very much of like, all right, get out, it's closing time, get out.
Yeah.
And my speculation was, because that used to be the Opera House back in the day, and then it was a theater up until I think the 60s. I want to say, I
Yeah.
can't remember. So I was like, maybe it's, they're kicking you out of the theater.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
all right, close up, time to get out. You gotta go
Gotta
home.
leave.
Yeah.
It's like the night manager or the
Yeah. And
security guy.
Yeah, and there's more than one ghost downtown Ipsy that asks you to leave at the end of the day.
Yes. Yep. So yeah,
What's
around the
other
corner.
ghost?
It was at Twisted Things.
Twisted things.
Right,
Yeah.
They had, she didn't like staying there. A couple of people had no idea what we were talking about when we went back in to ask. But the woman who kind of runs everything, organizes it, she's experienced that where if she stays too late at night, she feels like this presence comes and this like kicks her out, essentially.
Yeah.
Makes her feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like, get out. It's closing time. Leave.
Yeah. We're closed. You need to go home.
And that used to be a hotel and
Yes.
spa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where you
Wow.
would used to 100+ years ago, people would come to Ipsy to take the waters.
Oh,
Because we had really high content mineral waters. In fact, they have some. Is it the historical museum? I think still has some, or the water might have evaporated at this point. But
Sure. The minerals are there though.
yeah, the minerals are still there.
Yeah, once upon a time people wanted to like touch the Huron River, which is a crazy concept now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would bathe in the
sadly.
river. They would.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would dig wells where you get all the minerals. And yeah, it was the Huron was considered healing, and the local water was healing,
Oh,
and that's what
man.
Ipsy was known for
Wow.
until about 100 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a
Well,
bummer because
now it's contaminated. You don't want to go
Yeah.
anywhere near the
No.
Huron River.
Exactly. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I
There
enjoy
are
it, but I
signs
won't go in
to-
it.
Yeah. No, there are signs to not eat those fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that used to be what we were known for.
Yeah.
Wow. Back when
Yeah.
it was what was it? Woodruff's Grove, something like that. Was it?
It was
Ypsi?
still Ypsilanti. Woodruff's Grove
Oh.
was just to the south.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did merge.
They
Oh,
merged.
Of course, we're all one city now. But
Nice.
I think Woodruff's Grove's had a fire, and then everyone kind of just moved up north to Ipsy.
Yeah,
We also had the railroad. Ipsy got the
Mhm.
railroad.
Yeah.
That killed a lot of local cities.
So you've described Marianne Starkweather as the city spirit for Ypsilanti. Do you think certain cities in Michigan have their own distinct personalities or haunted energy more compared to other cities? I mean, what would be another city that has more?
for sure. We learned a lot about Muskegon in this past season. And I would say like there's two names, just like the Starkweather name is kind of all over Ipsy. She was really influential to so many places and so many of us down the line. Hack and Hume, was that their names?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
think
we
so.
We've
went
been
out
in
house
those
sitting.
houses. Yeah.
I wanna see the
Incredibly
houses.
influential to
Yes.
Muskegon. And when we were doing research, their names just kept coming up over and over again. And it turns out like those houses are probably haunted, and other things that have their names attached to them probably have some kind of spirit, whether it be like those two men, who knows. But yeah, so I would say like when I think of, so at this point, when I think of Ipsy, Starkweather is definitely up there. When I think of Muskegon, Hack and Hume are now very much up there as one of the first things that comes to mind.
Nice. Yeah, we went to isn't it, the historic cemetery that's in Ipsy, Highland? No.
Island.
Is the Highland,
Highland.
where the chapel is.
Yeah. The Mary
Yes.
Starkweather Chapel. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's a very cool chapel. I didn't feel haunted when I was in there. Is it haunted?
I don't know if I've heard any stories.
my
My
God,
husband and I did the gas lamp tour of Highland
Oh.
Cemetery. That was really fun. It was kind of spooky because you have actual like flickering lamps. That was really fun. I
That's
recommend doing that if you want a
Excellent.
good time in the fall.
Excellent. Yeah, that would be really cool. It's a beautiful place. I mean, it's fabulous. But
It is definitely, this is gonna sound weird maybe, it's in my like top 3 cemeteries for sure.
yeah. Well, we've talked to
I
other
take the
people
dog.
that are, a cemetery is just, obviously there are people buried there, but they tend to be beautiful park-like settings. So
They really do.
yeah, and that one is laid out so nicely, and it just, it's a beautiful place. There's some
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Detroit too,
gorgeous.
We
like Mount
did
El-
a tour with Barry LaRue over there, and he is so knowledgeable about that cemetery. Like, yeah, wow, talk about knowing Ipsy's history. He
Yeah.
does for sure.
Yeah, so
Well,
many of
yeah.
the influential people in Ipsy that really made Ypsilanti a city are buried there. Their families are buried there.
Yeah.
So, what's the most unsettling or surprising thing that you discovered while either doing the podcast or your book that, you're like, ooh, like that kind of freaked me out kind of thing.
Mhm.
Huh.
It's like, well, we did cover some serial killers and some unfortunate deaths.
Yeah.
And those are always a little unsettling because they're sad.
Yeah.
They're really sad.
Yeah, I guess I don't have like any. It's so hard for the paranormal to frighten me at this point. But so I was taking pictures for the book of Highland Cemetery. And we wrote in the book about Richard Stryker, the young boy who was killed in the 30s, question mark. I'm really bad with dates. This is why Crysta does the history. I can talk about weird stuff all day long, but
Yeah, it
you
was
want me
like-
to remember
it was-
names and dates, and I'm out.
Yeah, early to mid 20th century. I can't remember exactly
Yeah.
when.
And he was a little boy who was murdered in Riverside Park. And he is buried in Highland Cemetery. And there is still and he didn't get like a real memorial until later on. A couple decades later at least.
Yeah.
And there is still like the sled that he I don't know if it's the exact one, but there still is a sled there in his memory because that's what he was playing with before he disappeared. And like it was not the only grave that day that made me kind of sit down and like really reflect. But I did definitely, like, I took my pictures. I always ask permission, and I always say thank you. Especially when I'm like taking photos or doing a recording, or trying to speak to somebody. I didn't try to speak to Richard. I just sat down by the grave and was just like, let's just hang out for a little bit. Like I'm getting really teary-eyed right now. Because I love true crime and I read and listen to a lot of it, but to like see this child's grave and know exactly the pain that his parents went through, that he must have gone through just based on the trauma the coroner talked about, and just like the sadness of the community losing this little boy. Like I had to sit there for a little bit and just really reflect on that.
And his murder was unsolved.
Yeah, and it's still unsolved.
Really?
Still unsolved.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, when I got a little obsessed about that, I couldn't find any new information.
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
It does eventually just fizzle out into a cold case.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like, I'm not really ever frightened, but there are moments where I just have to like sit and reflect and like sit with the reality of a situation that happened in the past.
So with the book and the podcast just like doing really well, what's your next project or unsolved mystery for you two?
More podcasts.
More podcasts. We are working on a second book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This one is Haunted Ann Arbor. We finally got the the okay to do that one. So we have been hard at work trying to get Ann Arborites to open up about the paranormal.
Wow.
It's been kind of hard.
Yeah, they're not as open as Ipsy.
Really?
Yeah.
Which I thought was really interesting. Also, the Ann Arbor, there are a lot of people are newer. It's a more transient place, I think, than Ipsy. So a lot of people I've talked to are like, well, I've only lived here for a year. I've only lived here for a couple of years. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
And like downtown, there's a turnover in stores. A lot of the old stores that were there forever aren't there anymore. They're chains, or chain restaurants or high-end restaurants, and they don't want to talk to us.
Yeah.
Which
that's
some
true.
people, they like, well, I don't want to be notorious in that way. Whereas other people are like, I would love to be known for being haunted because I know that's going to bring in the customers.
Yeah.
I know it's
heck
gonna bring in so many people.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I got to believe in terms of Ann Arbor. Oh, you know who you should talk to? You should talk to Mark at Hidden King.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we
We did want to
should.
talk to him.
Yeah. He probably knows which buildings and or some paranormal stuff because he knows just like if you want to know anything about Ann Arbor history, that man knows. He
Yeah.
would be a good.
Good.
I was just
Or
thinking, like,
he could connect you. He could tell
I'm
you,
sure.
well, this person would know, or that person would know.
Yeah.
Or another, and I have I'm not going to say her name on the podcast, but I can
Hmm.
tell you it after.
Sure.
But a realtor might be another person
yeah.
because realtors will be selling a house, right? And they
Mhm.
might like, oh yeah, I heard, like blah blah blah. Or, they get kind of more of the scoop, right?
That's
Right?
true.
Yeah.
That's true. On a
Yeah.
lot of properties, yeah.
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 I don't know.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
might
know.
be able to share. Oh, I was in the basement and something weird happened down there.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
essence of a UFO man. When you were talking about UFOs when you were little, it reminded me when I was in middle school, we had this kid move in. So this was 1977, and he had moved to Pinckney. I can't remember from where. So this was in Pinckney, Michigan, and he lived not too far from town, and he brought in these photos of UFOs. So they were
wow.
like pictures they took outside his house with these lights, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is bullshit," these are swamp gas or whatever. And it blew my mind because he had like these lights in the sky, and I'm like, what is this thing? So
That's
Did those
wild.
You might
photos
wanna go
happen
to
to be
Pinckney.
from? Did those photos happen to be from 10 years before in 1966?
oh, I don't know. That's a
Yeah.
that's curious.
The infamous Dexter UFOs.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I
Yeah.
diverge.
That's wild.
No, that's
That's
incredible. Yeah.
So as far as I was going to say, in terms of like haunted places, specifically bars and restaurants, what are your favorite ones in the area that you like to go to?
Ooh, haunted
Are there
bars.
any that are haunted?
Restaurants, Boneheads Barbecue
Oh
really?
yeah.
in Willis.
Yep.
The place is delicious.
Such good
But
food.
also haunted.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
it's
and
the
they're
best
very
of both
open about
worlds.
it. They will
Yes.
talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they are more than happy to share the stories and you can sit next to the staircase that this woman walks down or and they have probably the best barbecue I've ever had. So go to Boneheads.
All right. Yeah, definitely check that out then. That'll be awesome.
It's neat. I forget how old the house is, but it's quite old
It's very old
because it's
yeah.
a converted house, and they did it up kind of like a home. Like you feel like you're sitting in someone's parlor.
Oh,
It's-
cool.
It's somewhat sizable, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's really neat. And they have a lot of antiques there. So that was one of the things I know the owners had speculated. Is it the property or is it maybe we've brought in
Oh.
something
Yeah.
Mhm.
that had an entity attached to it or something?
Yeah.
They don't know, but they're really open to it.
Awesome.
They are, yeah. Oh, and they have a ghost cat named Pickles.
Oh, that's right.
Because their cat Pickles passed away.
Oh, the ghost cat. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not defined to just humans. Anything can be. a
Yeah.
ghost,
Yeah. We come across animals.
Oh yeah.
Dogs quite a bit and cats too. That people have stories about.
Oh, Crysta, that the restaurant bar in Jackson.
Oh yeah. I can't remember what they were
Roadhouse?
called, but I think so. Their brisket was so good.
Roadhouse?
What is it?
Oh, what is it called?
Oh, I know. Well, I was listening to that episode. I think Roadhouse is what you
Yeah,
mentioned
I think it was
that.
the Roadhouse. They were tasty.
Nice.
Everyone there was really cool. They didn't have any stories to tell us, but they were totally open to it. Like
Yeah.
they didn't put us off at all. They thought that was great.
Oh yeah, no, they were great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Roadhouse Grill and Bar in Jackson. Oh my God, go eat there. It's so good.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna
that
have to
place was
check that
cool.
out then. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and haunted, and like, yeah, they definitely play it up. We were there. I think they still had, or they definitely, like, there were some skeletons hanging around. I think they were either decorating for Halloween, or they're like my house, and Halloween is all year.
Yeah, I think we were there in the fall. I can't remember when
Yeah.
exactly. So
All
yeah,
right.
they were decorated, but that was fun. Everyone was super friendly, willing to talk to us,
Yeah.
That's cool.
and the Reuben was delicious.
Excellent.
So
Could love a good Reuben.
Yeah.
good.
So we're almost at, you know, a whole hour. Can you believe it? You know, you start it and you think, oh, what can we talk about for an hour? And then an hour's gone, and you're like, whoa, where did it go? Is there anybody, before we get to our last question, is there anything that we didn't cover, or is there any shout outs that you guys might want to mention before we get to our last question?
I think I've given a shout out to a few places. Frankenfest for one. Go check them out
Yeah.
too. It's a good time.
Check
Nice.
out all these places that we talk about.
Yeah.
So we do have, well, we as Haunted Mitten, the company, have a podcast coming out this summer that is just about UFOs. I'm beginning my education in ufology.
Nice.
I don't know much about it yet, so I'm essentially just taking cases. I have a very good friend and sometimes researcher for Haunted Mitten podcast, Jeff, helping me. He's been studying ufology for decades at this point. He's helping me research cases, and I am basically just kind of starting from somebody who doesn't really know anything about ufology in an effort to become an expert.
Nice.
At the same time, trying to break down the gates of ufology, because it is very male dominated, it is very white dominated, and it's very right wing dominated.
Interesting.
And I got a little fire lit under me in the past year to try to help bring down those gates.
Yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
I'm going to start that this summer.
I love that.
When we had the anniversary, I forget what it is now, of the UFOs seen in Dexter and Hillsdale.
March 20th.
So it's
Yeah.
UFOs have been kind of in the air, so to speak, this year, because it was the big anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess I didn't
So-
know about the UFOs in Dexter. I'm gonna have to Google that. Like,
Yeah. It's wild. It's in our book. We did do a chapter on it, but
Oh, cool. All right.
it's actually where you mentioned earlier swamp gas. It's where that comes from. It comes from Dexter, Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. J. Allen Hynek was, some say, forced, some say just came up with on his own, in an effort to discredit the notion that what people were seeing was just swamp light, swamp gas, and the planet Venus. And it has caused contention and controversy ever since.
Yep.
But
Because-
yeah, that's where swamp gas comes from.
Yeah.
Wow.
'Cause Michiganders,
Us.
we have a very swampy state. We know what swamp gas looks like.
Yeah.
Like, especially people who've grown up on farms and in the country, like, they're not going to be confused. They know what the planet Venus looks like. So
You're right.
when the government said, "Oh, it was swamp gas," like everyone in that area in Michigan was just like, "Kidding me? Absolutely not! How dare you?"
Everyone got mad.
Yeah, everyone got mad.
Michigan was united under this idea.
Like,
Of
how dare you
UFO.
call us so
Yeah.
misinformed? Like, I mean, I grew up in Portage and Kalamazoo, and it's just a giant bog.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Well, Crysta and Kay, thank you guys again so much for being on the Life of Michigan podcast. Got one last question for you,
Cool.
and it's for each of you, and that is, what would be your perfect Michigan day? So, where would you go? What would you do? And what beverage would you finish it off with?
I would go to Lake Michigan. I love Lake Michigan. I really miss living on the other side of the state. Lake Huron is lovely, but it doesn't have a lot of sandy beaches.
Yeah,
I
that is
loved
true.
I miss going up to the beaches in Lake Michigan and watching the sunset. As rare as that is, usually it sets into the clouds, but yeah, I would absolutely go. I miss Lake Michigan a lot.
Awesome. Any particular beverage you'd finish with?
Probably iced tea.
Excellent.
It's like something nice and
Oh.
refreshing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. It would whatever I did, it would definitely involve walking through a cemetery. The weather would probably be relatively close to today with a little bit more sun.
Oh, nice.
I know everybody is sick of the cold, and so are my plants, believe me. But I live for it. I'm from the desert.
Yeah.
And then I think I'd have to finish it off with an iced chai latte.
Ooh, very nice.
Those,
So.
I had a friend that would say iced chai lattes is a mouthful of fall because it had like all the spices of fall in it.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mouthful of fall. And I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
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 Like there are certain spices you associate with Christmas where like, this is a cup of Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chai, a
Yeah.
couple of fall. 'Cause it's those same warm spices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There you
Oh, I
go.
love that.
Awesome. Well, we'll be looking forward to the next season, season 8, the new book on Ann Arbor and ghosts and hauntings, and then also the depths into the UFOs. That'll be awesome. Thank you again so much for being on Life in Michigan.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for having us. This was great.
Thank you so much for having us. This has been a joy.
Glad you had fun.
Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite podcast service to catch every episode of Life in Michigan. Help us spread the word by rating the show, sharing it with your friends, your neighbors, your family, your mail carrier. Share it with everybody, and leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay connected by following us on our website and social media. This is a Life in Michigan production. Until next time, take care and have a fantabulous day in Michigan.